What is going on, guys? It's James here, or ThnxCya, and welcome to Q&A episode 4. And I thought I'd give you guys something a little bit different to watch today. This is actually some free-for-all action. It's not the greatest score you'll ever see on the channel, but it's fast-paced. It's got specialist kill streaks. UMP rushing around. You can't go wrong, really, can you? But anyway, let's jump into the questions straight away. A question from Sniper Evers, who asks, what inspired you to make a music video about some of the famous YouTube commentators? And the main reason really is because I was sitting here one day thinking about my kind of past and my sort of, years spent watching YouTube videos, and it's kind of just looking back at the time when I first discovered Machinima, because a lot of these big names were posting very regularly on Machinima, and the truth be told, the gaming community was very different back then to what it is now. So it's kind of like a look back into the past, I suppose, into my kind of naive experiences of first discovering about this, amazing YouTube community. Some of those names that have influenced me or in some way still do influence me. So yeah, that's the kind of reason why I wrote it. And lots of people really enjoyed it, which is amazing. I think the secret is not to take that video too seriously. And I think people really saw it for what it was, which was, it's absolutely amazing. So yeah. Anyway, next question is from Carabelnik Cookies. I think I'm saying that right. I apologise if I said it wrong. But he says, I know you like music, but are you a Beatles fan? Also, what is your favourite album? Or if so, what is your favourite album? I am a Beatles fan. Although, growing up in the UK, especially around the 60s and 70s, you were either kind of a Beatles fan or a Rolling Stones fan. So, my dad was a Rolling Stones fan. So I kind of grew up more on the Rolling Stones side than the Beatles side. However, over the past years, I've kind of, discovered the Beatles, I suppose. However, I also went to a place called LIPA, which is short for the Liverpool Institute for Performing Arts. And it's a place in Liverpool that's actually endorsed and funded and majorly influenced by Paul McCartney. He actually opened it where his old school used to be. And I actually got to meet him in graduation and stuff. I got to shake his hand, say hello, that kind of stuff. But I didn't really know what to say to him. It's kind of weird because a lot of people would kill for the opportunity to meet Paul McCartney. But it was an amazing opportunity. I think my favourite album, I think a lot of people go Revolver, but I'm going with Let It Be maybe. Or the Abbey Road stuff's really good as well. So, Let It Be or Abbey Road I'm going with. Anyway. Next question is from Rocky, who asks, if you ever get well known enough in the YouTube gaming community, would you make a trip to America? Well, I would absolutely love to do a trip to America. And if it was off the back of YouTube, or if any success on YouTube resulted in that trip happening, then that would be like the greatest opportunity ever, and I'd be amazingly grateful for that. I know that Syndicate did one recently, as well as Tabe has done one in the past, and it seemed like they had an absolutely awesome time, kind of going around Machinima and whatever, going around LA and seeing the kind of life from the American perspective, I guess. But I would love that opportunity. It would be amazing. We actually have relatives in America, so I have been once before. We went to Baltimore because that's where they live, in Maryland or something. I was kind of young back then, so to go back kind of like my age or whatever would be pretty cool. Anyway, next question is from an anonymous viewer who says, me and a couple of mates have set up a YouTube channel which has been doing quite well. However, I'm the only one who puts in any effort. Open brackets. They just stay in. They're just in it to try and make money. I want to go solo, but I don't want them to hate me. So, any advice? Well, this is a very difficult situation, actually. And I have seen it happen before, unfortunately. But I think the most important thing you can do is to properly talk to them. Genuinely just, go face to face, be the bigger person about it and just say, look, we started this YouTube channel together, but I just feel like I'm doing all the work. So what are you guys going to do about it? I mean, I want this to work, and I imagine you guys want to do it to work as well, but what are we going to do about it? But sadly, if you're the one who wants to, do all the work and the effort, and if they're only in it for the money, then things might not go too well. Because unfortunately, and this is a massive thing to realise in YouTube, if you've just started a channel just to get a partnership and to make money, chances are you're not going to get that partnership, unfortunately, because you do have to believe in yourself and you do have to want it for the sake of wanting it. But if the kind of answer to those questions doesn't go too well, then definitely go solo, because you will regret it probably if you don't give yourself a chance. But before you do that, definitely sit down with your friends and give them the benefit of the doubt. Be the bigger man, and see if you can sort things out. And I wish you the best of luck with that. So yeah, next question is from the Footlong, who asks, I think he's talking about Subway. I like Subway. But yeah, anyway, he asks, do you have a girlfriend? And if so, how long have you been together? Well, yeah, I do actually have a girlfriend. Her name is Kate. She's 22. Yeah, we've been together now for a few months short of 5 years. And yes, you heard me correctly, 5 years. Which, yeah, it's a long time. I mean, obviously, I'm 21 now, so you can do the maths on that one. But, yeah, incidentally, I've been trying to make her come and like do a commentary with me, but she's a little apprehensive about it because there's no lie that coming on YouTube for the first time and talking to people who you don't know, you know, it's quite nerve-wracking, really. I mean, I was very nervous upon uploading my first commentary because you're never too sure of the reaction you're going to get. So yeah, if you'd like to see that commentary, yeah, just leave some encouraging words in the comments. That would be really cool for her as well as for me. Because, you know, it would be quite fun to do just a commentary and see how it goes, really. It might be quite funny. But, yeah, anyway. Next question is from Whatever123, who asks, if you weren't doing what you are doing now, what do you think you'd be doing? Well, I definitely think it would be something involving music. At least I'd hope so, anyway. I kind of always have been involved in a lot of music, and I've spent a lot of my sort of previous years working in, like, recording studios, but it's always been with relation to like work, so like uni work or whatever, but I'm fairly competent in the studio in terms of recording for other people, mixing and mastering, so it'd be pretty cool if I would get into something like that, as well as I also like do the live performance and stuff, you know, being in a band, but that's a super difficult industry to get into, so I'm not technically too sure. However, I would kind of hope that it would be something involving music. Yeah, next question is from ThnxCya. I think it's Skeek? Yeah, Skeek. I was going to say Squeak, but that's wrong. But yeah, he says, could you ever see yourself travelling to Norway? We've got dragons, snow, oil, mountains. You know, that typical Skyrim stuff. Well, it's weird you should say that, actually, because speaking of Lipper earlier, there were lots of foreign students there from all over the world, which is an amazing thing to, you know, meet all these people. But there were lots of Norwegians. And I'm not even joking, I have never met nicer people in my entire life. There was something about them that, you know, were always happy, were always smiling, and it must be that kind of Scandinavian air or something. But yeah, they were the nicest people I've ever met, so I would love to go to Norway. I'm not that good with cold, bearing in mind, you know, I get cold quite easily, but I'm sure I'd manage. So yeah, I'd love to at some point. Okay, next question is from 243B1. Who asks, my question is, are you really that bad at zombies? Well, it's true that I have got pro tips from the Syndicate project, however, I do not keep downing on round 3. I went kind of through a stage last year of playing quite a bit of zombies, but for me, zombies is all about getting in a full party with your friends, all with headsets, and just having a really good time of it. You know, I had so many amazing moments just, you know, playing with friends and just having a really good time, you know, laughing, that kind of stuff, really. I'm not too bad, to be honest. I mean, I know kind of some bits and pieces, and I know what to do and what not to do, but I think when I get to around 20 plus, I start to get really distracted, you know, start messing around, like, you know, trading in a ray gun for an Olympia and packet punching it just for the fun of it, really. I kind of get distracted really easily, but yeah, I'm not too bad. But yeah. Anyway, I think we're coming to the end of the gameplay, which is really sad. I've got so many questions to answer still, and I'm really, really sorry if you guys have been waiting, you know, a few weeks to get your question answered, but I promise you they will be answered at some point, so, you know, stick with me. I'm sorry if you've been waiting for a long time, but yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Thank you so much for the support on it. As always, guys, it has been a pleasure. Thanks, and see ya.